crazy about me. That's fine. They should express themselves, and they have a right to. But I also get to say whatever the fuck I want about you now.
The more power hour.
I told that motherfucker I was alpha, but I didn't tell him I surrounded myself with generals. It's easy for me right now. You know what I'm saying? If people would shut up, I wouldn't have as much to say.
Young than old.
I mean, if you look at my mom's side of the family, all the genetics on that side is where the young look comes from, because my mom's not. She's like 90 now, and people mistake her for her 70, so
Hey.
look forward to
Gold.
And then, what was the other two questions? Sorry.
Where are you from, and what do you like to do?
Okay, so I always tell people, like, just the Appalachian Mountains is where I'm from. Born and raised, come out sounding like cornbread and banjos.
Sometimes you hear a little mandolin when you get mad.
Yeah. You try to lose the accent, but it comes out.
Oh, I know.
Like,
I know.
you try so hard, but it just comes out. And it never made sense, because people used to always talk about my accent, but, like, they sound worse when I do. And I'm like, alright, well. And then when I do, you kind of mention, yeah, I'm like an artsy kind of girly. I do, like, cosplay. Everything I do on a budget, because I don't have a lot of money. No, it's it's hard.
That.
I want to show people that you don't have to have money to make art, so you don't have to go and buy, like, Bob Ross, real expensive thing. Nothing wrong with that. I mean, it's cool if you like that. If you like Bob Ross, if you can't afford it, want to treat yourself.
Yeah.
Or really expensive stuff, but you can make the same piece of art using Crayola crayons versus, like, some real expensive piece. And cosplay's like that as well. It's really competitive with a lot of people. I don't really compete. I'm just like, let's get in my closet and see what it looks like. Let's get in my closet.
Hey, closets are handy as fuck. As someone who records most of their music, like, my whole album will be recorded in the closet. I should have just called it Coming Out the Closet.
In the background right now.
Oh, yeah.
The background. The background. Pride.
If people are new to that, they have not been paying attention.
Yeah.
There were some red flags. Well, rainbow
we should have just
flags.
called it In the Closet. The 1 hour that I'm stuck in the closet.
Just have R. Kelly for the theme song, if people were okay with R. Kelly still.
No.
I know they're not, but
I'm not okay with them either, man.
fuck no. But
That's a whole topic, but I just, I think people put too much emphasis, though, when it comes to creating on, like, I need to buy this specific brand, this specific thing, when in actuality, you can, like, make with literally anything. Everything, like, cavemen years and years ago did not have, like, really expensive material, dude. It's like a rock. Okay?
I was about to ask, how did they even fucking, like, those big, I don't remember what they're called. I've seen it on, like, every
Was it
show.
Stonehenge?
No,
Those big, how do they?
The, like, drawings from the sky, like, you can only see them from the sky, like, they look, the Mazda stones, or the Mazda lines, or, oh, God.
I don't know. I'm still wondering about, like, the pyramids. Like, I don't know. Even that's,
Aliens.
like, a piece of... I mean,
Aliens!
if you know, you know.
I love that guy. He cracks me up.
But my thing is, though, that it don't make you any more or any less creative based upon, like, what you use. And people will say stuff, make fun of people. Like, I've got comments back and forth, mostly on TikTok, but I don't think I don't really care.
People on TikTok can be dicks.
Yeah.
I'll say it.
It's truth, though. I mean, most of the time, though, I figure that's just like young kids. They're not like real mean to be like, "What are you doing?" or "You're ruining this show for me." I promise you, I'm not ruining the show for you. You can still watch it, okay? You can
I think the worst.
swipe.
One comment said, "You turned me straight," and I was like, "Oh." It was a girl, so I was like,
Thank you.
I was like,
Cool.
so I turned you heterosexual with my beautifulness.
Like, that's like a good question right there in and of itself. Is like, is that like the worst thing on your whole? I know this is kind of your show, but this is what I'm wondering because
Oh, feel
I've
free
really
to
not.
ask. I don't give a fuck. I'll answer anything.
I've not got a lot of hate. Honestly, I've been very lucky on the internet. I've not got a lot of hate. I'm not welcoming it. Don't come at me.
People are gonna be like, "Hey, hate."
Here's the thing. I'm older. Like, I'm an older person. I'm 27. I'm on the internet. I'm doing stuff. I don't really care.
Right.
So if they're going to say what they're going to say, they're going to say it, right? But what's the worst thing that you can think of? And we'll include your youth because you've been on the internet much longer than I have.
Oh, God.
Just in general, social media, MySpace time. We're old people in this joint.
I got a comment. I can't remember who it was from. I think it was my friend Jordan, which is fucking hilarious that we're friends now. But I think it might have been her or somebody else. I can't remember. But they commented, I posted a picture and one of my teeth was completely yellow. Just one.
Oh, dang.
Yeah, and I didn't know that
All
prior
of mine.
to posting it. Oh, I feel that. But, like, it was, like, right in the front and real noticeable. And I think she made some kind of, like, corn reference. Like,
Wow.
that was pretty bad. And then, of course,
Honestly, shout out to her. Like, hi.
shout out Jordan,
don't-
which I love Jordan. Me and her get along great now. She's an amazing human being. But when we were kids, like, savages. Savages.
I think it's just like roasting people's kind of what you did, though.
Oh,
I mean, I never-
100%. Like, we never fist fought or it come to, like, blows or anything like that. It was always just kind of like, and her name on fucking MySpace back then was Tu Madre. And that just kind of pissed me off anyway. I was like, fuck you. Why would you... Who are you to have that cool of a fucking name? That's not your real name, bitch. And then, now it's, Jordan whatever, but she's an amazing human being. She talks to a lot of depressed people. I know she has to.
When you get into like growth and stuff, I mean, as you get older and things. I mean, I'm very glad for anybody that don't know. I have not had the internet. When I was growing up, I didn't really had the internet. Okay, it wasn't a thing. Like, I knew what it was, dial up and all that good jazz.
Oh, yeah.
But I didn't. In our household, I'm from like a straight up low income family. People like,
I get it.
there's 5 kids and 2 adults living in a 4-bedroom home, okay, trailer for anybody that don't know.
Yeah.
So the internet and stuff wasn't a thing for us until I at least got into high school. I was like 16 years old. Even then, it was like, okay, don't add anybody you don't know. I had a Facebook. Don't talk to anybody you don't know. Stranger danger, yep. And so, that's one of those things where I'm like, oh God, there are literal children in elementary school who are on TikTok, who are actively following people, doing stuff, all that. And I'm like, how?
My son can work my phone better than I can sometimes, and it worries me because, okay, how the hell does he even know that? Like, it's not like he watches me on it. He just knows how to use that phone.
And that's what bothers me too the most, because I'm thinking, because I'm watching people on TikTok, so I fell down the rabbit hole. Everybody falls down the rabbit hole. I fell down one of a teacher that had come on there and said their 6th grade students could not read. Truly could not read and could
That's not promising for our future.
It really isn't, but that's not all children and that's not all cases, But they were saying that in their case, I don't understand, I don't know what kind of school it was, but my understanding is just normal elementary school. And so it's like, anyway, so people were saying it was because of these kids being on the internet for so long, not having the attention span. They're not teaching them how to like read, like phonics, read. And
Yeah.
I mean, I can't really speak for that. I don't have a young child in the school system, so I don't know what they're doing. But you will.
Oh, I will.
So you
very
might-
soon.
You might want to, like, while people are...
I'm actually going to have a school teacher on the show in a couple weeks, so we can.
Oh,
we
that'd
can
be
help
cool.
me
That'd
come
be
up with questions for that.
Okay, that'd be a really cool kind of thing. I'd love to see how that's going in that direction as far as education, because some people are saying social media has ruined people. Some people think it's improved. I think it's somewhere in the middle.
Yeah.
I think depending on how you use it, it's helped or it can hurt. Now, kids really, like, everybody wants to be an adult way earlier than what they are.
Oh,
Which
yeah.
kind of backtracks to the whole MySpace, getting on there and roasting people. Like,
Oh my god, I remember posting blogs. Do you remember the blog board thing? It was like the bulletin board. And you could post
this was
little
like...
blogs on MySpace.
Oh, yeah.
And then you would, like, people would comment it. And, like, the most commented ones would get at the top. And all the chain mail. And there was, like, my yearbook.
Oh,
Yeah, my yearbook.
yeah. People would send you them messages, and it translated over to Facebook. If you don't send this in like 5 seconds, your mom's going to die or something. And I'm
know.
like, Jesus, dude.
I used to get scared of those. I'm not even going to lie.
I did too.
I had a boyfriend for like 6 months who was from Germany on my yearbook. And looking back, like, he would never, like, it was kind of like a catfish thing, except it wasn't a catfish thing. I think it was just a pedophile.
Oh,
Like, I
full-grown
think
adult.
that's what it boiled down to. Because
Full-grown adult. Wait. How old did he say he was, and how old were you at the time?
I was like, we were in middle school, so I was probably like 12 or 13, something like that, and he was supposed to be like 16.
Okay.
But from Germany, that speaks perfect English.
Boy. I'm not saying
wasn't
that it
smart.
ain't possible.
I wasn't
Well, he didn't have
smart.
like he didn't have an accent, or he didn't have like a...
I never heard his real voice. We just messaged. I wanted to make sure everybody heard that part. Like, I did not hear the man's voice. I'm that naive. I'm one of the kids that would have got picked up in a van had those things happened around here, because I was that dumb. I would have been like, oh shit, you got a puppy? Nah, I can
Thing
fuck
was-
with that.
Thing was, stuff like that did occur. There
It
were,
did.
but what was bad was, I'm not calling nobody out, but what was bad was, like, a lot of the middle school girls that we knew had high school boyfriends. We're not talking high school like, oh, they're 13, the girl and the guy's 15. It's like 18 years old, full grown.
When I was a freshman, do you remember
Adult.
Brandon Spencer? Oh, oops. Well,
Okay. Bleep it.
I'll just bleep that, or like, fuck it, I don't care, he can't sue me. That was forever ago, and I'm not saying anything. He was a good boyfriend, he never like beat me or anything. Like,
Yeah, no, we're not
But-
defaming people or nothing.
he
yet.
was 24, 25.
Wow.
And I was 13 or 14. So, like, he was definitely way too old for me, and looking back, like, oh, you're mature for your age. No, I just have big tits. Let's just call a spade a spade.
Let's be real. I didn't have to worry about I didn't develop into myself